Hi, everybody. How's it going? It's Ann Margaret with Raise the Vibration. And, oh, that's a little close. Okay, got it. I am coming to you today to do a little informational setting or a little informational session on the cleanse that Anthony and I are doing. I'm getting a lot of questions, especially with the COVID-19 poundage gain and also just feeling like we need to cleanse and let go of a lot of the toxicity, not only in our bodies, but also our minds. And so Anthony and I, we usually do a cleanse maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But it's been a little while at this point. So we're like, I think it's time to do this again. And I know a lot of my clients have been asking about this, and some of you have been messaging me. So I thought I'm going to do a very informal information setting. And because I can't show any sort of PowerPoint or screen sharing here, I thought what I would do is just do the old fashioned way and show you little uh, what do you call them? I guess like show and tell displays or whatever. So some visuals, because I know some of you work a lot better with seeing this information. So feel free as you're watching this. That's why I'm kind of set up, because I'm going to bring this over here to show you guys. Uh, but feel free to comment any questions, or if you don't want it to be public, just DM me and then I'll get back to you. We're going to start this in a couple weeks, and it's we don't charge anything for it. It's just cost of product through dōTERRA. We love dōTERRA. dōTERRA's cleanse is like the best one that I've ever found. And I've been, teaching people and helping people lose weight for like 20 years through personal training and yoga and all this other, good nutritional understanding and meditation and overall well-being spiritually, of course. And what I found is with my clients who are incredibly diligent about working out, they're incredibly diligent about what they eat, and still are having a really difficult time shedding the extra weight or also getting the energy that they need. I mean, those of you who don't need to shed any pounds or anything, like this is something that is also like, well, you have life force, right? And if you're feeling like you got brain fog or you're sluggish or you're feeling just like really run down, or maybe you're really suffering from allergies and you don't usually, or depression, I found that working with my clients that sometimes it's all about the gut health. And most of our happy hormones actually are released in the gut. So if we have a very toxic environment in our gut health, we're going to have some problems with our mental and emotional health as well. Okay. And then also sometimes it's about letting go of resentments, letting go of frustrations or toxic relationships or toxic belief systems. So I'm going to go into just an overview on what the actual cleanse does that Anthony and I are going to do. And then if you want to join us, just join us. There's a link in the notes. You can join us. You don't have to even contact me or let me know you're doing it. You can just get the cleanse, the ingredients, and then, or you can join us. And then even if I'm going to share this information at the end, a friend of mine who is an incredible dietitian, nutritionist, like super informed woman about everything. She's actually doing a coaching group around the cleanse, which I think is awesome. So if you need some extra coaching around that or extra support, I'll give you her information at the end, and I'll also put it in the notes for later. I forgot that right now, but I'll put that in the notes later. But she's incredible, and they're starting a cleansing group here in May. So anyway, so leave your questions if you're like, I did this cleanse, but this didn't work or whatever. Just put them in the notes, and I will help to explain everything and what we're doing. So let's start with the first little makeshift slide. Can you guys see it? So wellness lifestyle. If you guys can see this, let me kind of pull it back in here. And you can expand your screen if you need to. Wellness lifestyle doesn't just come from like eating well and exercising, okay? You've got healthcare, you've got proactive medical care there at the top, and then informed self-care. So this is staying educated, getting really informed about what works best for your body, for your blood type, for your neuroses. We all have our own way of doing things. We have our own way of moving through the world. We have our own belief patterns and the systems that we really thrive in and the ones that really drain us. So proactive medical care is super critical, because just to stay on top of your well-being, seeing your doctor regularly, etc. And then also informed self-care, asking the big questions, because unfortunately the medical doctors that we have in the Western world only take, I think it's one course in nutrition, and that's the fuel that is constantly in your body, either empowering you with energy and good energy like a car, or it's kind of like putting diesel in a regular unleaded or a regular gas tank. I don't even know, like I'm no expert on cars by any means, but it's putting the wrong gas sometimes into your tank. So we have to be very clear about nutrition. And let's look at also lifestyle. So let's come back to my little fancy chart. Actually, it's not mine. It's from the girl who's going to be doing the coaching for you guys. But the lifestyle is really important. So the top thing is reduce toxic load. How do we do that? You reduce toxic load. We'll get into that in just a second. We absorb things through what we're breathing, through what we're eating, the water that we're drinking, all of these, and also mental toxicity as well. So reducing toxic load, and then you look at rest and manage stress. Okay, that's huge, all right? But we're gonna mostly focus today on reduce toxic load. But you can see at the bottom, you got exercise, you got eating right. And this is just to inform you guys, like if you are going to cleanse, a lot of people are like getting on this bandwagon right now and doing cleanses and wanting to shed the COVID-19 or whatever, or just wanting to just kind of shed everything that you've been absorbing over this last year. So yes, manage stress, rest, exercise, eat right, all important, but how do we reduce the toxic load? So let's go to the next slide here. So the next thing that we can look at is, well, where do we get our toxic load really from? So the next thing that we're looking at is 3 different main areas. You guys see that? Whoop, there we go. So we get them from pathogens, things in the air, things in the water, different chemicals that we have in our food. And we do have chemicals in our body too, but the toxicity of the chemicals in our water or in our food, the GMOs, etc. And then also the radiation. Now notice there's a little sunshine in there too. Yes, there is toxicity from being in the sun too long. I know you guys know that from getting a sunburn maybe sometime, but also the radiation from our phones. I know I'm on my phone way too much, typically doing work and connecting with people or whatever, right? So radiation for our computers, from our televisions now, since they're smart TVs, and then also from our phones, absorbing that radiation. There are now studies that are really breaking this down about the impact of radiation on our body. And if you think about radiation, when somebody's getting radiation treatment for cancer, radiation it breaks down patterns, it breaks down the cancer cells, right? And it deconstructs the intelligence in our body. So radiation is a huge contributor. So let's go into what is a sign of toxic stress. Are you in toxic stress? Do you need to cleanse? Can you guys see that? Yep. Woo. So the signs are here. If you've got low energy, all right, you got brain fog. I even put brain fog is even on there twice from her notes here, because it is something that we struggle with, right? Not being able to focus, feeling like you can't focus or can't direct your intention or your mind or stay committed or disciplined. Allergies, like I said, difficulty losing weight. This might be a sign that your gut is in really bad shape. Constipation also, okay? Your body is not absorbing your nutrients well if you're not having that energy. I know I first started cleansing when I came home from India, came home with a bacterial parasite, and I took it took 27 pounds off my body. So I was even a couple pounds less than I am right now. So I was in really rough shape. And I had to rebuild the flora in my intestines. And I wanted to do it responsibly and also safely, in a way that I could put not only the good probiotics back into me, but also rebuild the lining of my gut. So that's when I first started cleansing after I came back home from India. But I would go back in a heartbeat. I love India. So let's look at a couple other things here. So some of the other reasons is that if you're suffering from depression, like I said before, like most of the happy hormones that we have released are actually from our gut. They're not from our brains, they're from our gut. So if our gut is not operating in a healthy way, which most of us aren't, it's really tough. And let me look here. Difficulty sleeping, right? If you're having difficulty sleeping, reduced libido. Also with, indigestion or bloating. Sometimes you suffer from a lot of bloating after eating. So this is all a signs of a poorly functioning gut. All right. Frequent headaches is another one of those things. That is a good sign that you might need to detox. Maybe it's time for a good cleanse. All right. So let's go on to the next one. I don't know if you have a produce cleanser at home, but it's so critical to cleanse your produce. All right. It's unbelievable. And of course, if you can buy organic and know, what you want to really definitely buy organic and what might be okay to not buy organic, because when you're buying those apples in the store and they are not organic, it is like nearly impossible to scrub off the toxicity, all the chemicals, everything that's been sprayed on them. And that goes into your body and it impacts your body. So no, if you can buy organic produce, you still need to wash it. So you can wash your produce with a little lemon oil, some vinegar, and baking soda, and also diffuse oils to help purify the air. There's a great blend called Purify that I love all the time that I really recommend. But wash your produce. Okay, very important. So the next little slide, I know I can't do slides, that's why I'm doing it this way, old school, is it's important to, and we're talking about reducing your toxic load, right? So reducing your toxic load involves like looking at your cleaning and your beauty products, because guys, our skin is the largest organ of absorption in the body. It's the largest absorption. So we're absorbing from the air toxicity, whatever lotions we're using on our bodies, whatever we're cleaning with, and even that impacts our pets too. And what's so crazy is that sometimes I notice that people are more willing to help their pets be healthy than themselves. They're like, wait a minute, this hurts my pet if I'm cleaning with this product. Yeah, but you know what? You are actually more important than your pet. Okay, I know that might be controversial to hear, but you take care of yourself, put the oxygen mask on first, and then help your pet. Okay, so this is for you too. So not cleaning with toxic cleaning products or beauty products, like wearing beauty products, that's super important. And they're all kind. We use mostly dōTERRA stuff. Whatever you're using, just make sure that it is chemical free and that you have really non-toxic products you're using. Okay, I'm going to talk about this now too. Healthy foundation. Do you know, like most of all disease comes from stress and lack of nutrition? That's it. There's no like boogeyman, right? Like a germ lingering, ready to get you and take you down. Like we've been brainwashed a lot this year that we should be scared of everybody. We need to take care of ourselves and protect one another, yes. But what's really scientifically true is that you get sick when your body frequency, the vibration of your body, lowers below a certain point. It makes you more susceptible to illnesses, to disease. You never notice that some people get sick and other people never get sick? That's why. They know it's not just they were born with great genes, although that does help, obviously. But it's about what you're putting in your body, certain foods, like even vegetables, even if you're a vegan, right? Certain vegetables, if you buy them canned, they have like zero vibrational frequency. If they're frozen, they're better. If they're if they're fresh, that has the highest vibration that you can put in your body. That's why when you eat good food, your energy increases. And when you eat crappy food, you feel like you need a nap afterwards, okay? It's a clear indication of what fuel you're putting into your body and how it's impacting you. All right. So why I brought that up is that I have recommended all kinds of supplements to my clients who last 20 years. And guys, I've worked with A-list celebrities. I've worked with dignities, royalty from all over the world. And I have seen every fad out there. And dōTERRA honestly is the best that I've ever found. And if you are looking for a good supplement, this is the supplements that you want. They're made from whole foods, herbs, and essential oils, which is critical because when you go to the acupuncturist, you're going to be prescribed herbs to help whatever is functioning or malfunctioning in your body. Something that's going to open energetic pathways and the meridians of the chakra systems in your body, right? But essential oils are 60 times more potent than herbs. That's insane, right? Because they're so tightly pressed and distilled that they're so concentrated to put it in the body. So with these particular supplements. I'm like, what is the word? Supplements. Maybe I didn't take my today. I notice if I don't take them today. Um, but when you're putting the right fuel in your body, like these supplements, everything works more efficiently and effectively. So we've been on these probably for like, I don't know, like maybe 5 years now, and they absorb. If you notice, like some of the supplements you take, and when you go, you pee them all out. They're bright yellow because all of the nutrients and the vitamins, they don't have the proper formula for absorption in your body. That's why if you're buying all these supplements and they're in like, they're not being absorbed by your body, you're wasting all this money. It's like you're flushing it down the toilet. Okay. So after 20 years, well, after 15 years, I found these 5 years ago. I was like, okay, I'm never recommending anything but dōTERRA again, unless I find something even better. But because this is the best thing I've found. You've got your whole food, you've got your cellular complex, which really supports a cellular structure in your body, and you've got your omegas. And if you're a vegan, they have vegan omegas. You don't have to have the fish oil, okay? But that's so critical to actually be pumping your body full of good nutrition. There's always like a great meme out there that they talk about like how do you, like when a fishbowl is dirty, do you just dump out the water? No, you filter it. You don't dump the fish out and then start clean water in. It's actually really unhealthy for the fish. What the important thing to do is filter it. So the way you filter it is pour clean water in, right? Repeatedly, and filter out the sediment, filter out the toxins. All right, so that's really super important with our bodies too. We have to regularly do that. All right, so let's look at this next little slide. Can you see it? So nourish and fortify. Nutrients, we're taking those to fortify our bodies, to really support the ultimate optimal functioning of our bodies. And also the energy, it's really required to protect and detoxify. We've got to nourish it, right? We've got to nourish our bodies to give it the energy to detox. That's why some people, and I'm not hating on this or anything, but I have noticed that this is very ineffective. The maple syrup, cayenne, and lemon, yeah, you might lose a bunch of weight in the beginning because you're starving your body. You're putting your body into starvation mode. That's why so many people yo-yo diet, and that doesn't actually reconstruct the gut like pumping it full of real optimal nutrition. So that's why a lot of these things, that's why they don't work, or they initially work and you're like, ooh, something's happening. And then there's no long-term results, okay? Other thing, the liver function is super important, right? The liver is one, we'll get into that in a second, but the liver helps to detoxify us, right? And if you've been drinking a lot through this shutdown, through this lockdown of this last year, it's time to give the liver a little break, okay? So also free radicals need to be neutralized. Those are also very detrimental in the body, and we'll explain a little bit more what that means later, but also avoiding excessive inflammatory responses. We know one of the greatest inflammatories in our food is sugar. And a lot of people suffer from really poor arthritis, like terrible arthritis and inflammation in the gut, and that makes you sluggish, right? So clearing out and cleansing the body is so crucial so that you don't have that inflammatory response. Now, we need the inflammatory response to kind of wrap things in that swelling, or, like think about when you hurt your ankle, it swells to protect the joint. So inflammatory response is normal in a healthy body when there's a threat. But when we're constantly putting threats in through our mouths with eating these terrible things or drinking these very toxifying substances, or breathing toxic air or drinking toxic water, we're going to have an inflammatory response regularly that's going to eventually break things down, okay? All right, so let's go to the next thing. Why we supplement. I already talked a little bit about this, but I'll go into this in just a little more detail. All right, genetic modifications, all right? We have a lot of GMOs out there in our food right now too. We need the best that we can get because our food, very soberly, is nutritionally almost bankrupt at this point. Poor farming, really not the soil depletion that's happening. That is a huge contributor to why we don't have the vitamins and nutrients we need. A lot of my old school peeps come to me and they're like, well, I used to eat this way when I was younger and I was fine. Why now? It's because we don't have the highest quality of food that we did 50 years ago. We just don't. If you're growing your own food and it's organic and you're free-range meats and everything like that, and you have control over what you're putting in your body, that's great. But you know what still happens? We have chemicals that are sprayed and heavy metals in the air. If you look up and you see these lines, these white lines across the sky, that is impacting our food as the rain and the toxicity that's in our atmosphere already. So we supplement because we just unfortunately don't get enough from our food at this point. So luckily we have the concentration of the oils. We've got these companies that are making such high quality products and can compensate for that lack. Especially we don't always eat perfectly either, right? I mean, I love to go out for good Tex-Mex food or whatever it is. I'm not getting the nutrition I need from that meal. So I ensure that I have that supplement in my body. Okay. So pharmaceutical usage is another reason why we have trouble here with the supplementing. We need to support our body's eating behaviors, of course, too. All right. So please put your notes or comments in the notes too. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. All right. All right, and like I said before at the beginning, we're starting this mid-May, Anthony and I'm just doing this kind of like free intro information session with you guys because it's an awesome cleanse and it is so necessary after everything we've been through, mask wearing, all of that toxic of rebreathing in your excretion of your exhales all the time. There is no better time than now to do these cleanses. So, but make sure you're choosing wisely. All right. So what does it entail? This is the phase 1. There is an activation phase. Okay. The activation phase, I'm trying to get this so you can see it. You've got the foundation of your supplements, also combined with lemon oil. You're putting lemon oil in your water to help really stabilize the body. Plus Terrazyme, which is a probiotic, and it's a time-release probiotic, so it's not getting lost in your stomach. It needs to get into the intestines so that it can be absorbed properly. Most probiotics out there don't make it that far. That's why they're not making that big of a difference for you. All right, and Zendocrine also. Zendocrine is there all the way on the right or the left. Oh no, I think it's your left because it's flip-flop. But Zendocrine with the orange label. Zendocrine is a purifier also for the body. And then you've got your Zendocrine down here too, the capsules. So you've got two different kind of Zendocrine right here that help with the activation of the gut, getting it ready to release the toxicity. All right, now let's look at the phases real quick because you guys are probably like, well, how many phases are there and how long is this going to take? And I just have to say, those of you who are like, I'm not going to go hungry, I'm not going to starve. No, you don't have to do that. That's why I really didn't like the maple syrup, cayenne, and the lemon thing. I mean, I'm an eater. I have a very healthy metabolism too because I eat. I eat in the morning. I eat throughout my day, and I love food too. So I'm not going to starve myself on a cleanse. So if you're in that camp, I get it. And don't worry, you do not need to starve yourself. You're just going to shift the way that you eat and then cleanse your body. All right. Remember that fish tanks idea. It's not about starving yourself, okay, for 30 days or something. It's not like that. You're cleansing the tank. All right. So let's look at this. All right. If you guys can see it. So there we go. It's a little better. Okay, here we go. So we've got 3 phases here. We've got activate, reset, and renew. Okay. So in that first activation day, we've got the first 10 days. And that's like, getting into really activating your gastrointestinal area, getting it to the point where it's ready to let go. And then phase 2 is those next 10 days where you're resetting the gut. You're resetting the gut. Okay, there's a lot of cleanse that happens. I mean, people report even losing parasites through this cleansing process because of the quality of product that's involved on the gastrointestinal, the endocrine, and the cellular levels here. Because we have the elimination pathways, and they're all utilized here. Okay, and you're gonna be drinking lots of water, so you don't want the toxins to be released and then absorb back into your cells, right? So the water intake is going to be crucial too. All right, going to the next one. All right, lovely little image here. Elimination pathways. Okay, this is important because your elimination pathways, primary chimneys are your intestinal tract and your urinary system. I don't think I need to go into more detail about that. All right, but the secondary chimneys are super critical. It's the respiratory system. Like I said, masks regardless of what your beliefs are about them, whether you wear them regularly or not, they are having a negative impact on our overall respiratory health. And we are rebreathing in what we are designed to exhale. This is a huge challenge to our overall health because that second chimney is being cut off right now every time we wear a mask, okay? So respiratory system is super critical, and the skin being able to release through the skin. Let's keep going. I have a few to get through here. So the next thing is our pathway of elimination, okay? Again, I'm not going to get into this in too much detail because I think you guys know. But we've got the liver. The toxin goes into the liver, and then it either goes to the kidneys, right, to be excreted through urine, or the colon for the other stuff, right? And you've got this liver. It's so crucial. If the liver is not functioning optimally, and that's where your endocrine really goes to town and really helps to purify and get the liver working optimally so that it can eliminate the toxins. Otherwise, you're just reabsorbing them. All right, so let's look at one of the ingredients, this endocrine. So great. This is the one I'm talking to you about here. The healthy detox and cleansing of the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. Endocrine is like a miracle product that they created, and they're made from essential oils too, right? So you're absorbing this so much more easily than some capsule, right? Or some like chalky supplement, all right? It gets absorbed immediately, and those essential oils are 60 times more potent than the herbs. Remember that. So it supports organ capacity to provide protective cleansing and filtering. So our bodies are already awesome, you guys, right? So your body already has a natural filtration system. It really is already designed with the intelligence to release the toxicity that we absorb, okay? It's already, but because of years of abuse maybe, or years of not feeding yourself in a healthy way, or absorbing things like processed foods or GMOs, or breathing in the air, drinking the water, and having it not purified, there is a long-term impact of that. And so on your organs' ability to just naturally cleanse and filter. So in looking at this here, the liver, kidney, colon capacity to rid the body of stored toxic waste products is optimized, all right? And it's really formulated from a whole food plant herbal extract, okay? So this one is the herbs, and then we have an essential oil blend too that is made of the essential oils. So you actually get double duty here through 2 products. All right, so Terrazyme. All right. And if you have any questions, put them in the notes, guys. I'm here for you. All right, Terrazyme. Terrazyme is that probiotic that I was telling you about that has a time release capability. Most of your probiotics are not releasing where they need to, which is in your guts. Okay, they're getting released in your stomach, and they're getting released in your stomach, and the stomach acid is breaking them down before they even get to where they need to get, which is into your intestines. All right, so it supports a healthy digestion and metabolic process. It's replaced maltase, I think it is, with anti-gluten enzyme blend. It also increased lactase, which helps with lactose intolerance and gas. So it's a very helpful, supportive probiotic that's essential in establishing really a solid foundation for your gut. All right, let's look at the next slide, old school slide, right? So let's look at the next 10 days. All right, so we just went through the first 10 days. The next 10 days is reset phase, days 11 through 20. So you see pretty much everything there again. All right, and then the GX Assist. Let's go into that particular product. This is a pretty intense product. We'll get into it here. So it really is supportive for detoxing the rest of our bodies. Okay, so it has an essential oil blend of oregano, which is such a powerful I kind of like use it instead, if I feel like I'm getting sick, instead of taking antibiotics or anything like that, I'll pump myself full of clove, oregano, all kinds of essential oils, and I will not get sick. Guys, I haven't been sick in years, to be upfront with you. The oregano is so powerful, and mixed with melaleuca or tea tree, as you guys might know it, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. Okay, plus it has this acrylic acid, I guess, in it too, right? This is so helpful for detoxing, constructive detoxing rather than just starving yourself detox. That's not really helpful, and it's certainly not healthy in my book, all right, with my clients. So gastrointestinal tract, let's look at the GI tract, okay? 70% of body's immune function is here, right? And I also mentioned too, this is also where a lot of those happy hormones are released. So if you're suffering from depression, it could be your gastrointestinal tract is not working optimally. You're sitting there asking yourself 10 times a day or 100 times a day, what's wrong with me? When it might just be that your gut is unhealthy, all right? You might need some help with rebuilding your gut. Give yourself that chance before you get on those antidepressants or before you go do anything else like that. It might not have anything to do with that. It might have very much to do with your GI tract, okay? So also here, to boost your immune system is to really take care of the gastrointestinal tract, all right? I'm just making sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, good. So beautiful. We want to also in this track, that's why we're taking that PB assist, is we want a good balance of intestinal and gut bacteria. All right, we've got good bacteria that we need, that flora to coat and really support the lining, and then we've got bad bacteria, which we know happens when we get food sicknesses or anything like that. All right, and also what we absorb. So let's go to the next slide here. Intestinal microflora. All right, let's look at this. So this is the friendly bacteria. It helps with digestion. And when I came back from India, this is what I lacked in my small intestine, okay, because of the parasite, the bacteria parasite that I suffered from when I came back from India. So it was the first time I really focused on cleansing when I got back. All right, so this bacteria is so crucial. It's so, so important. Otherwise, you don't absorb any of your nutrients that you're eating. You know, you take your supplements and everything, but you're not absorbing them, right? Unless they are formulated properly or unless you have really strong intestinal microflora, all right? So this also helps prevent growth of harmful pathogens in your body. So if you're worried about diseases or any sort of lower vibrational impact on your body, it helps prevent that, okay? So this stuff, these little guys are really crucial. I know it's kind of a weird photo there, but they are so, so crucial, and they're teeny tiny and so important, okay? And they also train for immune response. So I don't even know how to pronounce that word, so I'm not even going to try. But they really train the cells to be strong in their immune support, okay? All right, here we go. So let's look at the threats to that microflora now, all right? Threats to the microflora, physical stressors. Remember I said, like, you never get sick. Most of your sickness is from stress and a lack of nutrition, all right? So physical stressors, man, if you're exhausted, your body is prime for disease or prime for depression or prime for exhaustion, right? And breaking down. Chemicals and toxins, we've already talked about that. An unhealthy diet, right? Traveler's exposure. Sometimes you're exposed, like I was in India, to different bacteria you're not used to. I didn't even drink the water, right? I had bottled water the entire time. I had no fresh produce. I did take showers. That's the only way I could ever think that this bacteria got in me, through, a bacterial parasite. But traveling, all right, you're exposed to different things. And I know so many of you are like, yeah, let's go travel. But also, you'd be surprised that you already have most likely a lot of parasites in your body already. I forget what the percentage is, but it's a significantly high percentage of people have no idea, way over like 70%, that they have no idea what kind of parasites exist in their body. And parasite, if you don't know, parasite lives off of you, right? And drains you. Think of parasitical relationships. Parasitic relationships are one party is draining the other. They're not symbiotic. They don't work for both, right? So the parasites in your physical body are draining you of the energy, are keeping you from absorbing the healthy nutrition that you need to run optimally. All right. And synthetic ingestibles. We eat a lot of synthetic stuff now. We breathe fibers, especially like in those masks too. We're breathing in a lot of those too. So that is a huge threat to that healthy gut microflora. All right. So let's look at here now. Compromised microflora. All right. How do you know? You have digestive discomfort. You have sensitivities. A lot of gut sensitivities, right? You have chronic GI challenges. a lot of you out there really suffer and you don't know why. And it's like you've gone to the doctor, you've done all the whole things in the diet, you've extracted all these things from your diet, but perhaps you haven't done the proper cleanse to actually really clear out that tract and rebuild it at the same time. Remember, it's that fish tank analogy. You don't just dump out the water, you filter it, right? By replacing it with clear water, with healthy gut bacteria and healthy foods. Maybe you're tired, right? You have no energy, or also your immunity. Maybe your immune system is compromised in some way and you're getting sick, like you're getting sick. That's your body going, hey, something's off. Too many of us have become too comfortable with getting sick every year. That's nonsense. Why are you comfortable with accepting that quality of life? Don't you want to be strong enough so that you are not getting sick all the time? That you're pumping your body full of these antibiotics. Well, some people are pumping their body full of, I can't think of the name of it. It's, I can't think of it, but it boosts your body and it has like a major problem and on long-term health. I can't think of the word. Anyway, who cares? Let's move on. So we're on day 21 to 30. So now you're adding your Zendocrine and your DDR Prime. So we're going to look at that product now too. All right, so DDR Prime. Well, let's go to PB Assist, okay? The PB Assist, I know we've talked about it a little already, but here's where we're going to go into that 10-day restoring, all right? So with the 10-day restore, this is a pre and probiotic in one capsule. That's awesome. You guys should see these things. I should have brought one out to show you, but it looks like a little aliens inside a capsule. It's so cool. But what it does is it gets it through the stomach, like I was saying before. And you get 30 capsules per bottle, 5 billion probiotic CFUs per capsule, which should be enough. I know some of these ones on the shelf have more, but they're not getting released where they need to get released. And so therefore, they're getting destroyed before they can do their job, okay? So like I said, time release, vegetable capsules, so they're okay for the vegans out there too, okay? That's so, so crucial that they've made this product where it time releases, all right? That's everything with a healthy probiotic. So stop buying the wrong probiotic, guys. You're wasting your money, all right? Now let's look at this product, DDR Prime. It's super, super powerful, all right? So DDR Prime is a cellular complex, meaning it supports that cellular function in your body. What are we made up of? We're made up of cells. What's important? That our cells are healthy. We know cancerous cells will spread through the body with a toxic, acidic environment. Right? So not only is this product supporting the cellular function, but it's also renewing it. It's kind of like jump-starting the cells, which is why I choose this product and this cleansing product over so many others that I have tried before, and I've even recommended all of my training clients or my yoga clients or my coaching clients. I've recommended other cleanses before, and I'm sorry I did because I wish I would have known about this one before that. It really goes on a cellular level to rejuvenate the body. So it also is protection against free radical damage, which is huge, okay? So the normal die off and they remove the old cells, all right? So that is, DDR Prime is one of the most incredible products that they've got. All right, let's go to the next one. So if you're looking for support around this particular cleanse, you have some oils at home or you want to add some to it, there's a couple really great ones that I will advise people to get. All right, and you can always message me if you have more questions about this. I also put in the notes that if you guys are looking to, in addition to cleanse your body, maybe you're like, I don't want to lose weight, I'm fine at my weight, I just want to cleanse to restart my gut and to not feel so low in energy or depressed and kind of kickstart my health, my gut health, which is almost as important, if not more important, than your brain health. Because like I said, that's where most of the immune system comes from. That's where most of the healthy, happy hormones get excreted and released, all right? And if they're strangled, you don't have access to that. So that's really important. But if you're looking to shed some pounds, maybe that COVID-19 weight that packed on this last year, all you have to do is click on the second link in the notes for this video and then just add at least 2 protein powders packets that they've formulated, and it's the best protein powder I've come across. And I've sold other protein powders in the past because at my yoga studio or with my other clients, but this is an excellent powder. And what you'll do based on what you want, what your goals are, is you'll replace either 1 or 2 meals with the protein shake, which is awesome. All right, so if you want some extra support with the oils, you can select Slim and Sassy. It's a funny name, I know. It's a little odd. I actually put this in my water every day. I love this oil. It has like cinnamon in it, like super. It kind of curbs cravings, and it really, like, if I'm looking to eat sugar, which is, if I've got a vice, it would be a little dark chocolate, which is not terrible all the time. Like, and I do things in moderation. I really enjoy it, right? I don't try and starve myself from all these pleasures. But if you are addicted to sugar, this is such a miracle. Like, you can put some in your water, drink the water, and it will curb the sugar craving. All right. Even some peppermint oil too also helps with that. But it also comes in soft gels, and it really helps to support a healthy metabolism. Digestion is one of my top 5 oils. I love the Mexican spicy food. I love all kinds of spices. And when my gut feels like it's not healthy or optioning functionally or optimally, I'll put a little couple drops of digestant on my belly directly, because then it gets absorbed so much faster. And I'll even take maybe 1 or 2 of the soft gels that's also pictured there. So a friend of mine, his skin is really sensitive, so the peppermint in this particular formula, it's got like fennel and ginger, and it's amazing. It's so great. But because of the peppermint, it really kind of dries out his skin a little bit. He's got very sensitive skin, so he doesn't do the oil. He just does the capsules and takes a couple of those. Even if he's had a bad meal that he knows like is going to probably cause some distress in his GI tract, he'll take a couple of those right when he's finished, and it really helps to ease any sort of potential problem. So it's an amazing oil. I could go on about that forever, okay? On Guard, and it reduces bloating, gas. Sorry, I didn't go through everything else. Or if you're feeling nauseous, it's an amazing oil, all right? On Guard helps healthy immune function, and On Guard Plus. This is the capsules I was telling you about before that have oregano in it, clove, all of these incredible oils formulated to boost your immunity. So if I'm feeling like I might be coming down with something, like my energy begins to drop, or I feel like my glands are starting to get swollen, I'll take a couple of these On Guard Pluses several times throughout the day, or maybe once if I just feel slightly off. And I never go down with the flu. I never go down with anything, because it helps to boost my immune system to support my body's ability to fight off whatever is going on. And I rest and drink lots of water. Okay, those are critical. But this On Guard, it really supports like a healthy respiratory function. So if you're wearing a mask all day long and you're in a job where you can't take it off or something like that, this is critical for your overall respiratory health. And also you diffuse it. Like, I got my diffuser right here to my side. You can't see it, but I diffuse all the time to help cleanse the air around me as well. So those are great ones too. And here we go. We're coming more to the end here. Like I said, if you have any questions, just DM me. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out each time. There we go. So how to maintain, all right? Cleanse and Restore. We're going to do the Cleanse and Restore kit. That's what we are doing, Anthony and I, mid-month. We've already put our order in. If you need to put your order in, like I said, I put a link there. If you already are a dōTERRA customer and you already are a wholesale member, just get it, all right? Just order it on your own account, your own system. And if you want to join our cleanse group or get involved with doing it with us, just reach out to me, and that's awesome too, okay? So we got the PB Assist. You're taking it daily to support that. That's that probiotic, right? We already talked about that. And then Digestion and Terrazyme. That's so great when you take it with your meals. Terrazyme is that oh my gosh, I think I misspoke earlier in the video. Terrazyme is the digestive enzyme that helps to really process your food. I totally misspoke earlier. I was thinking it was the PB Assist. So Terrazyme is so good to help Oh well, you know, what can you do? I'm human. It helps to break down. It has the natural enzymes in there that help to break down your food. So it's so, so great to be taking that while you're eating. And then the zendocrine is that detoxification complex. So that's what helps cleanse the liver and the kidneys. And then the GX assist and the PB assist are really promoting the gastrointestinal health. All right. So we've got certain breakdowns of these and what they are doing for the body through the whole cleanse. Now, other things that you can do, if you want to kind of step it up to in other areas of your life, we just included a couple extra other cleansing techniques that this coach I was telling you about, who's had doing some private coaching. I think she's only charging like $22 for the entire month to do the coaching for this cleanse. So like I said, I'll put her information in the notes. But you can also do all these other things too. I think she pulled a really good list together here too. You can juice, like vegetable juicing. You don't want to be juicing fruits, okay? Your fruits are meant to be chewed so that your saliva can actually break down the sugar and you don't just get that sugar rush for your body. That's not good for it, okay? So juicing, if you're going to put a fruit in a juice to kind of cut it a little bit, just apples or pears. And just use a half if you can, like a half an apple or half a pear. Oil pulling, this is where, right, you know, to cleanse the teeth and really cleansing that way. Dermasuri, sulfur water, slim and sassy wrap. There's a lot of things you can do. Breathing, it's one of the most natural and crucial ways to cleanse. Yoga, one of my favorites. Chakra balancing. You guys know I'm obsessed with the chakras, right? Finding a balance. If you want some private one-on-one coaching, reach out to me and I can help you with that. Relationship coaching, all of that, everything is a way to cleanse, like really cleanse the toxicity, the negativity, and come back into your alignment with your chakras. All right. Massage. I'm lucky I live with a massage therapist, but if you guys don't, massage as well. Book your massage or get one of those TERRA guns that are really great. You can just do on your shoulders, your neck. Oh, it's so good. Meditation, journaling, yoga's on there twice. I love it. Tapping, if you guys know EFT, that's another great way. Colon hydrotherapy, getting colonics, infrared saunas, Epsom salt bath, right? So many great ways to cleanse. But if we're not getting into that GI tract and really clearing things out in the gut and stabilizing the gut with that good flora, then we're going to be off, okay? That's lastly here, well, not lastly, there's just a couple more things, but benefits of cleansing. You got mental clarity, your skin. I'm really looking forward to doing that because it always improves my skin every time and the radiance of it. Greater energy, better bowel movements, uplifted mood, more restful sleep. Your body doesn't have to work so hard, right? So it can let go and rest more. Reduced inflammation, which I know is a big one for you guys out there. And if you're suffering from arthritis, deep blue oil is like a miracle. Rubbing that on your joints. I've had people who have had nothing work for them, and that works almost instantaneously because it gets absorbed by that joint. It's amazing, all right? And gut renewal, okay, which we've talked about extensively now, right? So what's next, okay? Ooh. Oh gosh, what's next is I'm losing my thing here. All right, what's next? If you can see that. What's next? Add in your cleansing foods, your oils. Also in the coaching that the friend of mine is going to be doing for you guys for $22 for the entire month. It's ridiculous. Is also just giving you some advice with foods, all right, too. And you can ask me that too. I have a very wide background on nutrition. I've been helping people with their diets for almost 20 years now. So let me know if you need some suggestions. I've got great substitutions for things that if you're really addicted to pasta, they're very simple things you can do that you won't notice too much of a difference. And then your body will get adjusted to that new taste. So it's pretty awesome. Like you don't sacrifice taste. That's one pet peeve of mine. All right. You don't have to do that. You can actually have an even more flavorful diet. So oils, supplements, self-care practices. Maybe you're going to commit to meditating for 10 minutes too on every day of this cleanse. That'd be awesome. Order the Cleanse and Restore Kit to get everything you need for a 30-day detox. Remember, you're not starving yourself for 30 days. As some people hear, oh, I got 30 days. And then they're all stressed out about this. Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry. You're going to be eating throughout. You're cleansing, filtering that fish tank. You're not dumping it out, starving yourself, and then coming back in. Not good. All right, so you can join the group today if you want. Reach out to me, or over the next 2 weeks or the next week. The deadline to register is May 7th. And for the pricing of this, this is the cheapest cleanse I've ever represented or promoted. It's $245 if you're a wholesale member. If not, and you save 70, almost $80 by being a wholesale member, which is I think only $35 for the entire year, and you get all your oils and everything at a wholesale price. But it's only $245, which is incredible for the full 30 days. You get everything that you need. Like I said, if you're looking to lose weight as well, I put another option of a link in the live in case you want to add some more protein powder. I put two in there, one chocolate and one vanilla, but there's also a vegan protein powder in there too. And then you can just do all chocolate or all vanilla, whatever you like. I like them both actually. So it comes with everything, which is awesome. Okay. And the smartest way, if you guys are already members of dōTERRA and you already have a wholesale membership, remember to order this on your monthly order. Okay. It is such a pet peeve of mine when people have not told me this in the past when I was first starting, because I didn't realize I could get so much free product, and it's significant. Like I get 30% product points back for everything I do. So every $100 I spend, I get $30 back for free product. So I mean, it's really helpful for me now in the way that I go about my purchases, because I know like not only am I getting 25% off of the regular rate, but then I'm also getting 30% product points back. So it's awesome. All right. So be sure if you're buying this and you're already a wholesale member, or if you're signing up, be sure to sign up for wholesale, because you'll save twice even more than twice the wholesale price just by signing up for the cleanse. So definitely do that. You'll save a lot of money. You'll save $80 versus spending $35 to join. But actually, guess what? You get it waived. You don't even have to spend $35, because the wholesale membership actually comes with this particular kit. So that's all you're spending, right? It's so incredible to be able to sign up for the cleanse, get a full year wholesale membership. But if you are already a member, put it on your LRP, your loyalty rewards program. All right. And you'll get that back. All right. If you're just signing up, you can't sign up for the LRP the first month. That'll be the next month. You can ask me if you're interested in that. Okay. Now I put this up here because Amanda Bromell is the amazing woman that I saw this her do this PowerPoint. And like I said, she's doing a month of coaching for $22. Reach out to her today if you can. It's Amanda Bromell. And it's at Amanda Bromell, or Amanda at realessentialalchemy.com. I love that name. But she is so awesome, you guys. And like, she would be such a great support. And if you guys need anything from me also, like, I'm so happy to support you through this process too. Just reach out. But let me just put it up here. So in case you want to screenshot it, there we go. You guys see it? There we go. All right. So it's at Amanda, and the last name is Broomell. Amanda Bromell. All right, she's awesome, and her email address again is Amanda at realessentialalchemy.com. All right, she's a rock star. So you guys reach out to her, or just reach out to me directly, private message me if you've got any questions. I know some of you are already dinging me with questions. So I will get back to you guys later today or first thing tomorrow. And thanks so much for joining me. This is one of my passions, is helping people to get their physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health optimized. And spring, there's no better time than a cleanse in spring. And of course, after the year that we've had, there's no more important time to cleanse the physical and the mental, the whole body and mind, so that we can get into spring, get into summer, feel really good, feel really radiant and energetic to pursue whatever we want to, whatever our heart desires to create. So thanks so much for joining me today. And you can reach out to me directly through private message, and I will see you next time. Till then, keep raising the vibration. All right. Bye, everybody.